In today's video, I'm going to be talking all about using Spotify. Up next. Hey everyone, my name is Jeff, and on this channel I do all sorts of tech tip tutorial videos and more, and today we're talking about using Spotify. And be sure to stick around till the end of the video, because throughout this video not only am I showing you everything you can do with Spotify, but I'm giving you tips on how you can customize your listening experience, how you can turn off explicit content, how you can crossfade songs, create playlists, and even download songs to listen offline. So let's first start talking about ways that you can use Spotify. So you can download the Spotify app on your mobile device. There's an app for a computer. You can also open Spotify using a web browser such as Firefox or Google Chrome. And once you have an account established with Spotify, even if it's free, you can also link it up to home speakers such as Google Home, Amazon Alexa, Sonos, and even Bose speakers. And then you can play music throughout your house. So let's talk about the two different plans that are available for Spotify. There's Spotify Free and there's Spotify Premium. And the free version, a lot more limited in what you can do with Spotify. I would compare it to very much like listening to the radio. You're not really paying anything for the listening experience, but because of that, you are going to get served ads. So not in between every song, but every so often you are going to get an ad that you're going to have to play, which can kind of be an interruption. But just like listening to a regular radio station, those ads are going to pop up. You really don't also have any capability to play songs on demand. So if you use the search feature in Spotify to search for a song or artist, and then you go to play that, it'll give you a playlist of songs that Spotify feels are similar to that song or artist that you want to search for. And then at some point down the line, the song that you really wanted to hear will be mixed in with that playlist, but it definitely won't be on demand. If you're listening to that playlist that you've now got Spotify playing and you don't like a song, with the free version you're limited to only being able to skip songs up to 6 times per hour. After that, you won't have that option to skip anymore until the next hour, and you just have to listen to whatever song is going to be playing on Spotify. Now let's talk about what you get with the premium version, and you'll be able to see some of the pricing here as I scroll around. This may or may not be the most current pricing depending on when you watch this video compared to when I'm making it now, but there'll be a link down in this video description where you can look at more current pricing for the different plans. With premium, you get options like you can listen to a specific song on demand. So I could search for a song, and I'll show you this in the tutorial as we go on, and then just hit play and it's going to start playing that song. I also get the options here where I can download and listen to music offline, so when I'm outside of Wi-Fi. Very convenient. All those ads with the free version, there are not going to be any ads. You actually get 2 times higher sound quality than the free plan, and you can play songs in any order with unlimited skips, so you can just continue skipping the whole way through. And then with paying for the premium plans, it's a monthly payment. You can cancel at any time. So something to note, if you are connecting Spotify to your speaker system at home using Google, Amazon, any of those, when you are using the free version, you can still hook it up to your home speakers. It's just that if you ask for a specific artist or song, it's not going to be able to play that on demand. It's going to serve up some sort of a playlist that it feels has songs that are similar to the song you want, and then at some point during your playing session, you will get that specific song that you wanted. There's also going to be those ads mixed in as well. And I want to quickly mention that in each video on this channel, I hide Tinker. He is our little hidden robot, and he may briefly pop up somewhere during this video. If you happen to spot Tinker, be the first person to mention the timestamp. That is the amount of time into this video that you spotted Tinker popping up. And if you're the first person to let me know that correct timestamp down in the comments section below, along with your best comment, I will put your name on our Tinker Forward Hall of Fame page, as well as I'll give you a shout out in one of our future videos. So from this point, I'm logged into my premium Spotify account, and I'm just going to show you the premium because this gives me the most options and the most things to talk about. You can get similar options to what you're seeing in the free Spotify free version, but let's go through all the things you get with Spotify Premium. So right now we're looking at the home screen, and in order to get around in Spotify, there's buttons at the bottom of the screen. You'll see Home, Search, and your library. I'm going to start off on the home page, and on the home page here, it says Good Morning at the top, and then I've got some buttons for alarms, timers, and then settings with that little gear icon that you can go in to customize more things on Spotify. Let's keep moving down this home page. Underneath that, you're going to see little thumbnails of playlists, artists, podcasts that I've listened to recently. Now, if this is your first time using Spotify, you're probably not going to have a lot of stuff there, or you might see stuff that you're not familiar with. The cool thing with using Spotify is that the more you search for songs, listen to podcasts, Spotify uses that algorithm to figure out what you like listening to, and then it's going to keep suggesting more content based on what you've previously done on Spotify. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit on this homepage. I can see podcast episodes of podcasters that I'm following, where it's showing me, things that it feels I might be interested in. I can jump back in, so other things I've listened to in the past, summer hits, it's giving me options to tap on any of those. Recently played, this shows me any playlists, artists, songs also that I've recently played, and then it starts giving me different categories like happy, high energy, pop. These are different styles of music or songs I've listened to, and it's just trying to give me all sorts of options for different things to start playing. So that's the home page. Now, the most powerful feature, in my opinion, of Spotify is the next button, which is going to be search, and I'm going to tap on that, and this takes you to the search page of Spotify, and right up top you can go to artists, songs, or podcasts, tap on that search bar and start searching for whatever you want. You might be saying, I'm not really sure what I want, and so underneath that search bar it gives you top genres. It also gives you a browsing here, so you can browse podcasts, you can browse chart-topping songs, radio. It even breaks things down, live events, breaks things down into different genres. So hip-hop, country, summer, Latin. And you can tap on any of these squares to take you to different genres of music that it feels you might want to start listening to. If you're someone like me, you might want to search for specific artists or songs, or maybe even a podcast. And by tapping on that search bar, I now get the search query up top, and I can type something in. I'm going to type in Imagine Dragons. With Imagine Dragons typed in, it takes me to the Imagine Dragons page, which you can see right here. They're one of the artists that I am following. So you may see off to the left that following, or it might say follow button. If you tap on follow, you're now following that specific artist, and they're going to pop up in your library when you go to your library. So if they have any new releases or anything that might be an update with that particular artist, by following them, that's going to show up in your library. Now, on this artist page for Imagine Dragons, as I keep scrolling down, I can see their most popular songs. I can also see artist pick and popular releases. So under popular releases, these are their most popular albums. And it gives you information about the albums, the year. I can tap on any one of these albums. It's going to bring up that album, and I can see all the different songs, as well as just tap on one of those songs to start playing it. Now, we'll get back to that shortly, but just jumping back to the Imagine Dragons page, I can also see offers on merchandise. I can see other playlists that feature Imagine Dragons or other albums where Imagine Dragons have done a song on them. Underneath that, it says fans also like. So here are other artists, American authors, One Republic, Walk the Moon. These are other artists that fans of Imagine Dragons also like, and I can tap on any of these, and it's going to take me over to those artist pages. And then as we keep scrolling down, other albums that Imagine Dragons appear on, artists playlists featuring Imagine Dragons, and then it gives me an About section where I can find out more information. I can tap on this and it gives me all the information of a summary here of Imagine Dragons, even links over to their Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. So if we jump back, at the very bottom of this page, if they are on tour, it's even showing me tour information for the artist. Let's talk about playing songs and starting to use them in a queue. If there's a song you like, such as the third one down here is Bones, I'm going to tap on that by Imagine Dragons, and at the bottom of my screen I now see Bones, Imagine Dragons, in that maroon colored box. I'm going to tap on that, and from this point this brings up the now playing screen, and we can see that song that I'm playing. Towards the bottom of the screen in the middle there, it says Bones, Imagine Dragons. On the right side there's a heart, and I can tap that heart to add it to my liked songs. I can tap it again to take it out of my liked songs. By tapping that, there's now a playlist being created of songs that I like, and I'll show you that when we get to the library. Underneath that, we have all of our different controls. So the wavy arrows for shuffling, playback, pause, play, and then I've got a skip forward, and then next to that we've got the loop play. Now, in addition to this, I can search for songs and I can add them to my play queue of songs to control what order I want to play songs in. So this is currently playing. The play queue button is in the lower right of the screen, the little oval with the lines underneath it. If I tap on that, this takes me into my play queue. I can see what's currently playing, and then I can see what's next in the queue. And if I go to one of those songs like One Kiss, and there's 3 lines on the right side, if I hold my finger down on that, I can actually drag them to whatever order I want. I can clear that queue by pressing the clear queue button, or there's a circle to the left of each of those songs. I can tap that circle, and then on the bottom of my screen I can remove them from this play queue. You can search for any songs or artists you want with the premium plans, and then I'm going to jump back. You can add those to your queue. I'll show you how you can do that if I jump back by tapping the arrow in the upper left. This takes me back to this playing by artist. I'm going to hit the down arrow in the upper left again. We're still under Imagine Dragons. Let's say that I also wanted to hear Thunder, which is right underneath Bones. There's 3 dots to the right of Thunder, and if I tap on those, this brings up song information. My second one down is going to be add to queue. So now I can see I've added that song to the queue. If I tap on the maroon box at the bottom, go back to my now playing screen, and then lower right, tap the queue button. I can see that Thunder's there. If I want to play it next, I can quick get it up at the top of the queue, and as Bones finishes playing, now Thunder is going to play. So that's how you use the play queue in Spotify. So what's cool about your library is this starts becoming your collection of things that you have liked. So the songs that I have listened to and liked are popping up in here. One of the strengths of Spotify is the playlists that you can create, and I'll show you how to do that coming up. But in the meantime, you can also search and listen to playlists that other people have already come up with, and their playlists might be better than yours. So I'm going to tap the search magnifying glass on the bottom middle. This takes me to my search, and I like doing a lot of running, so I'm going to search for some running playlists. So I'm searching for running playlists. I get top 100 running songs. That sounds great. I'm going to tap on that, and from here I can see this playlist of running songs, and I can kind of preview them. I can actually tap on any of these songs and it'll start playing. In the right towards the top there's that green play button, and it's a shuffle play, so it'll shuffle play these songs. If you've listened to this playlist a lot and you don't want to listen to it in order, you can shuffle play them. Well, towards the top under the title where it says top 100 running songs, you'll see that heart. Just like we selected the hearts under the artists or songs, if I heart this playlist, it now says it's been added to my library. So if I tap the Your Library button in the lower right, I can now see under my library, right underneath the like songs, new episodes, and your episodes, there is the top 100 running songs that I liked for that playlist. So you can like playlists. Those are going to show up in your library. I can create my own playlists. Now, in order to create your own playlists, you can tap that plus button that's in the upper right corner of the screen. When you tap on that, you can give your playlist a name. Once I've named it, I'm going to go ahead and hit create. And from this point, I can now see the playlist that I'm going to start to create. Now, I can add songs by tapping the add songs, and then using that search, I can tap in whatever song I'm searching for. So I really like High Hopes by Panic at the Disco. I am going to tap the plus button, and that has now been added. Let's add a couple more songs. And real quick, if you're enjoying this video, take a second, smash that like button, as it helps out this video as well as this channel. So I can now see the songs that I've added to this playlist. If for some reason I don't like the order of these songs, just under the title of the playlist, there's those three dots. I can tap on those, and that gives me an option where I can edit the playlist and I can reorder those playlist songs. There's also other recommended songs underneath the songs I've chosen. If I scroll down, I can see those recommended songs, and if there's a song that I really wanted to add, I can tap the right music note plus button. That has now added that particular song to my playlist. So if I scroll back up to the top of this playlist, a cool feature that Spotify has when you are making your own playlists is they've got the enhance button. The enhance button is just under where it says the time. So right now I've got 15 minutes worth of songs in my playlist. I'm going to tap on enhance. Spotify goes through the songs that I've chosen for my playlist, and you'll see it's added some other songs in that list. So Dance With Me Tonight, Three Nights, Can't Hold Us. Those are the enhanced picks by Spotify. I know that because they've got the little green square underneath the title. As I keep scrolling down, there's a whole bunch of different songs that I can choose to add or not add to the playlist. I can tap the plus button here, Shut Up and Dance. I'm going to hit the plus button, and that has also added that to the playlist. When I've gotten to the point where I've added all the songs that I want to add, I can tap that enhanced button again, and that's going to remove any of those song suggestions. Now you can add or remove songs at any time to this playlist to keep it up to date with whatever songs you really like. You can also shuffle play the playlist by tapping that green play button with the shuffle arrows to shuffle through playing on this list. What else is great is now you've created this ultimate playlist, and you probably want to share it with friends, family. You might want to get a link to share it online. If you tap the person plus button that's underneath the title, that is going to give you share options to give you a link to get other people to this playlist so they can play it in the Spotify app on their device as well. Two other quick things I want to mention. If you, on any playlist or album, want to download that music for offline listening, let's say you're going on an airplane, you may not have Wi-Fi, you want to listen to some music, under the playlists, there's this down arrow. If you tap on that down arrow, it's going to start putting down arrows under each song in that playlist. It is downloading that music to your device. So later on, if I turn my Wi-Fi off on this device, I will still be able to tap on these songs or this playlist, and I can tell it's downloaded because I can see that green download arrow on my device. If you want to take these songs off of your device, if I just tap that green arrow again, I now get remove from downloads. I won't be able to play this offline. I'm going to hit remove, and that is now deleting those downloaded songs off of my device. If you get to the point where you want to delete a playlist that you've created, there's those three dots underneath the title. If I tap on that, I can see on this screen I've got all my different options for editing the playlist, adding songs, and then right there is delete playlist. So real quickly, I want to talk about podcasts. And if you click the search magnifying glass bottom right of your device, under search, as we scroll up under browse, you'll see browse podcasts. You can see podcast new releases. If we scroll down a little bit underneath those, it shows you different podcast categories. And you have everything under the sun. You have comedy, education, sports. If I tap on educational, we've got all sorts of different types of popular educational podcasts. And you find something that you like. There's just tons and tons to search from. Just for quick ease to show you, at the top, the first one is Stuff You Should Know Podcast. If I tap on that, I can click that follow button. And when I follow that, it's going to add that podcast to my library, just like my music. So every time a new episode is released, I'm going to have that pop up in my library. And just like music, if we scroll down a little bit, short stuff, if we tap on this particular episode, I can play it. I can also download it by clicking that down arrow in the right side of the screen. And then that allows me to play that podcast offline. If I tap on play, I now see it showing in my now playing screen down at the bottom. And from this point, I have all my different controls. A little different from the music controls, because with podcasts, it actually gives you the options where you can skip ahead 15 seconds, go back, or you can change the play speed. There's that 1x. I can tap that, and I can actually go all the way up to 3.5 times speed, so you can listen to whatever speed podcast you want. Now, if I tap my Your Library icon on the bottom right, it takes me to my library, and because I am following that podcast, it's now going to show up under my episodes, and new episodes will show me any episodes that were updated today. So under Your Episodes, I've got 3 episodes here. There's that Stuff You Should Know, and then there's some other podcasts that I also follow. I have the options here where I can play or download any of those particular podcasts. So real quickly, I want to show you how you can block explicit content. I went into a playlist here at the top, Songs in the USA this week. And as I scroll down, 1, 2, 3, 4, number 4, Jimmy Cooks. That is Explicit by Drake and 21 Savage. I know it's explicit because it's got a little E underneath the title. Same thing for the one underneath that, and then track number 8, number 9 on the charts. Those are all explicit. If I don't want to listen to those explicit songs with the swears in them, there is a setting that you can actually turn on to block explicit content. To block the explicit content, you want to click your home button on the lower left. And then from your home screen in the upper right, you want to click that gear icon, which is going to take you into your settings. So under settings, let's scroll down. And as I am scrolling down right there towards the top, it says allow explicit content. I've actually got that switched off. And if I switch that on, then those grayed out songs with the E tag would be available to play. But I've switched it off, so that does not allow me to play that explicit content. And I want to let you know that Spotify usually has several versions of specific songs. One that it is going to be explicit because it's got the E by it, but also other versions of songs that have all the swears edited out of them. So you can do a search for a specific song that may be explicit and see if there's another version of that song that pops up underneath it that maybe has those swears edited out of it. So the other cool thing I want to just mention is under settings, you also have this crossfade option, and it says here allows you to crossfade between songs. So you can drag that little dot all the way to off, or up to a 10 to 12 second crossfade, which means that as one song is ending, when it gets down to the final like 2, 3, 4 seconds, 5 seconds of that song, the next song that's queued up is going to crossfade into that song that was previously playing. Kind of cool if you don't like breaks in music. If you want one song to essentially mix into another song, that's where having this crossfade feature enabled is really cool. So let me know what your favorite features of Spotify are down in my video comments section below. And if you like listening to music on your phone, you may also be interested in checking out YouTube Music. I'm going to be doing a beginner's guide to using YouTube Music. If you want to learn more about that, when that video is available. It'll be linking at the end of this video, as well as I'll link to it down in this video description below as well. And be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you aren't already subscribed. I do weekly videos on this channel, just like this one. And my name is Jeff. As always, I appreciate you watching. Be sure to make every day awesome, and I will see you in the next video.